have been exhibited to the defendant, I believe.
Hey guys, sorry, we're jumping in here pretty quick.
Paper clip together now, and then please put them in the tumbler. And
oh, they are using a bingo tumbler.
And then the defendant will draw out 6 of the numbers. No, just separate them.
So it is super random. It is super random. Share the stream out, y'all. Here we go. I'm not sure how long we're going to be in court today, but we're in court right now. All right. Jury deliberation. It's happening. We finally come down to it. Kyle Rittenhouse is drawing 6 names. 6 names that'll be eliminated from the jury. That'll get us down to the final 12 that will be tasked with the responsibility of choosing the charges that are going to stick, if any. Does he look nervous? What do you guys think? How's he feeling about things? Right. All right. Mind you, we yeah. All right. Day 12. Day 11 days of litigation. We've got 12 days in the seat. We had 1 day of jury selection, which brought us down to this.
Number 11, number 58, number 14, number 45, number 9, and number 52.
Bingo.
And if you'll follow the bailiff into the back room.
Now they've got a full day of watching Jersey Shore reruns on VHS in a small room whilst the rest of the jury is deliberating. I think, like I was saying earlier, I think the idea behind this is that everyone puts their effort in. Like in firings, maybe that's not the best analogy.
Right, members of the jury, it is for you to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty of each of the offenses charged. You must make a finding as to each count in the information. Each count charges a separate crime, and you must consider each one separately. Your verdict for the crime charged on one count must not affect your verdict on any other. As I indicated, I think yesterday, that you must return only one verdict for each count of the information.
Yeah, Kevin, that's what a lot of people are saying. It would suck to be in there that whole time and then get booted.
Bailiff, which is signed by the presiding juror whom you've elected. In the event that you have questions, I will talk with the attorneys before answering, so it may take some time. You should continue your deliberations while you await an answer. I will answer any questions in writing or orally here in open court. When you've agreed upon your verdict, have it signed and dated by the presiding juror as to each count, and all of you return with the verdict to the court. Gillis? You need to solemnly swear that you will keep all persons sworn on this jury together in some private and convenient place, and that you will not speak to them nor permit anyone else to speak to them concerning the state of their deliberations. Okay. All right, folks, you can retire to consider your verdicts.
You are correct. That is spelled wrong down there. And just like that, I'm going to cut over to let's do this real fast. From here and then. We are what a place to be, guys. I mean it's down to it, you know. It's right down to it. I'm gonna see if Judge Schrader has any other points that he wants to make here. Nothing that they're letting us hear. So, well, they're not giving us that go ahead to listen to what the judge is having to say right now. But needless to say, it's going to be much the same of what we heard yesterday, which was that you've been tasked, right? I mean, let's see if let's just keep listening for a second.
No audio in the courtroom as of yet. Let's see if. Oh, now the individuals are rising again.
One and Shakespeare wrote.
Ooh, he's going into
Parting,
Shakespeare.
as they say, is such sweet sorrow. You've been wonderful jurors, and we couldn't have asked for a higher quality jury, better jurors, more attentive jurors, more prompt jurors, and it is with this. And then when you take them up, you can take that up too. There have been rare instances, sometimes in cases you'd recognize by their importance, where jurors have been restored to the jury after having been dismissed. So that is conceivable it would happen in this case. It's not likely, but it's quite unlikely, but it's possible. So I'm going to ask that you continue with the instruction that you not discuss the case with anyone, not even amongst the six of you. You can't deliberate at all or discuss the case in any way. You can't read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial. Did some of you bring laptops? No.
That's a computer.
Well, I feel badly about that because I had a jury some years ago that was just in a similar situation, and the extra jurors were, all they had to watch was daytime TV, and I'm afraid I can't even arrange that for you. But I don't know. Maybe there was something about some
That's bleak
movies or something, wasn't it? I hope they appeal to everyone.
Maybe they'll take donations, man. If anybody's got DVDs or VHS they want to donate to the jury,
we'll see
maybe they can drop that off.
Give you some kind of entertainment, and but in the meantime, please adhere to those rules, and you will be. We're not going to sequester anybody or anything at this particular point. So, and I hope that they have a comfortable place arranged. I understand they do. So, any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Are we allowed to get our belongings?
Yes, in fact, I'm having the bailiff escort you up there now. And while you're there, you're not to have any conversation with the other jurors, okay? Anything else? Okay, fine. Thank you very much. And give those to the jurors, yes.
Okay. Well, the jury knows what they've been told to do, and just out of curiosity, the real simple explanation of what a jury figure it out, guys. Figure it out. Yeah, if there's a little bit of a freeze or a little bit of a lag, I apologize. Granted, you're not going to miss much because there's not a lot of conversation happening right now. It's just the morning time.
I've Anything? Stay within 10 minutes from here in case there's questions or something. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, the jury deliberation process has begun in the case against Kyle Rittenhouse. You heard the judge say to all the parties, stay within 10 minutes of the courthouse in case there are questions, or of course, if there's a verdict, keep it.
You guys, seriously, me and my mute, I'm going to tell you right now. I was just warming up the la la li li las. I was just trying to get myself dialed in. Andrea, Andrea, you make a great point here. I wonder, I wonder if there are certain jurors that the prosecution and or the defense were feeling like that's our person right there. And I'm sure right now that there's a vibe. There's got to be a vibe. Kyle looked a little nervous. He looked nervous, which I would imagine, not because of any other thing than to imagine that, no matter what, the consequences here are looming, right? They're about 1 minute into deliberation, and they're going to come back, and here we go, and then that's a wrap, And then, like I said yesterday, and we've been talking about, then it's up to us and everyone that's personally feeling connected to this case to allow whatever verdict comes out to be the verdict that comes out and accept it. And like a lot of folks were saying in Kenosha last night as I was walking around, and then move on, put it behind us, let closure take place, and just move past it. And it's tough because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to feel a vibe no matter what. And I really hope you guys don't, because again, and I keep repeating it because I think it's important to remember that you're not on trial, unless you're directly related to the Rittenhouse family. It's not your family that's on trial. And I realize that a lot of people are attached to Kyle in a way locally that maybe they feel like he represents them. But again, it's hard to allow that distinction to take place with another human being, because you got to remember that they are subject to their own decisions and the walks of their own life. And Kyle right now is, he's on his own little journey, and he's gonna have to, he's seeing it through the end. It's probably, I can't imagine at 17 putting yourself in a position where you have to go through the most adult acclimation at the, dropped off a cliff pace. Yeah, it's wild. What's interesting is people were talking a lot about these protests and the riots if Kyle Rittenhouse gets acquitted, but no one's really thought about or talked about what would happen on the other end. While I feel like people aren't necessarily looking for anything, other than a verdict, but folks that are out that are looking for retribution of some type in the streets, it's interesting because you've got you got both sides, and both sides are very capable of doing um, of doing terrible things if needs be, because both sides are fully equipped with a wide variety of individual viewpoints. So everyone needs to stay on their high game. You know what I mean? Make sure that we don't go that route. Regardless, if you are 100% in support of Kyle Rittenhouse and or want to see just due process, or if you are completely on the other end and you want to see it you want to see him go away, never see the light of day again. Barry, thank you for that contribution. And a poll here, Barry is asking: guilty, not guilty, hung jury, or compromised verdict, mix of not guilty and guilty. What are you guys thinking over in the comments here? I'd love to see what people are thinking at this point in the game. We've been in here for a long time. Yeah, as Barry's saying, guilty, not guilty. Are we looking at a hung jury or a compromised verdict? We got there's a lot of issues to look through on that. So take a second. Sorry, a lot of not guilty in here. A lot of not guilty. Let me see questions. So yeah, if any questions people have, throw them in here. Let me see. Someone said there's something about some race baiting. I don't know. Again, one of the things that mix of guilty and not guilty on all the charges. I think he had issues going into this. Sonia Kate says, after watching the trial, my mind has changed. I'd lean towards a hung jury, Yeah, I mean, that is a very real possibility, guys. Guilty, compromised, pathetic. Guilty, guilty, mistrial, not guilty, not guilty. So, and now a couple things to keep in mind here is that compromised, you've got what the judge said, and you remember this: if they find that it was self-defense, everything gets dropped. Everything goes away. None of these other charges, first degree, second degree, any of it. If they deem it to be self-defense. Now, mind you, some of the looming charges are the first degree intentional homicide or second degree intentional homicide, which carry within those ranks life sentence. First degree reckless homicide, second degree, those are also right up in the top of the ranks there. And then you have first degree reckless endangerment. Count 6 was thrown out, but then they have a couple others, and I'm going to jump through those, but they've got some of which are in there. Now, if they don't go with the not guilty for reasons of self-defense, then they're going to be in this position where they have to deal with they have to figure out which one of these charges they're going to run with. And now the jury, their responsibility of a jury is deciding whether on the facts, this is off the list, deciding whether on the facts of the case a person is guilty or not guilty of the offense for which he or she has been charged. The jury must reach its verdict by considering only the evidence introduced in court and the direction of the judge. And as the judge said, you've been tasked with just going off of the facts that you've seen here. And that's, I think, a big deal, because we've been trying to look at these from the most factual standpoints. And that's where we've had tons of footage. There's been a lot of people, like I was talking to BG last night, BG on the scene, my guy Brandon, and who filmed everything from the left side of the shootings at the end there. And the facts are there. We saw it all. We saw it all laid out in graphic live, video and graphic live audio, these events that took place. And so it'd be hard pressed for any of us, one of us, to not have a preconceived idea of what happened. That's not just us watching. You got to remember, those jurors are you and me. It's a panel of the peers, And that being said, they've been fully exposed to all the same things we have. I don't think they've probably incubated themselves as much as I have with this whole thing. But they're still in a situation where they've seen plenty of things. So, and we can't avoid that this day and age. It used to be just, did it make it into the newspaper, or, was Channel 11 showing them at night, at the 5 o'clock news. Now we've got, 100% 24-hour immersed, access to whatever information you want. So here's the thing. So if we go into a hung jury is when there are insufficient jurors voting one way or the other to deliver either a guilty or not guilty verdict. The jury is known as a hung jury, or it might be said that the jurors are deadlocked. The judge may direct them to deliberate further, usually no more than once or twice. So the thing about a hung jury right now is that it can be the judge has an opportunity to kind of help guide them back into the box or into the room and give them a chance to kind of go through it again. But along with the hung jury comes a retrial. So the defense right now definitely does not want a hung jury. They don't want it to go that route. And if they do a mistrial with prejudice, and I want to make sure I'm doing this again, because I spelled deliberation wrong this morning already. So you guys know I'm not without the ability to make mistakes. So mistrial for prejudice to the defendant. So the judge must declare mistrial upon the defendant's motion if there occurs during the trial an error or legal defect in the proceedings, or conduct inside or outside of the courtroom resulting in a substantial and irreparable prejudice to the defendant's case. Now, with prejudice, can it be reopened is the big question. And so in most cases, yes. After a mistrial, the state usually has the option of refiling the charges, and both sides have another chance at the case. So with prejudice, they can go back into it. If they if it goes into mistrial without prejudice, that means it's done and over with. It's a walk away. It's done. Everyone go home. That's it. We're not going to retry this. Go away. So, although case it has been dismissed with prejudice, cannot be reopened. So that's with prejudice. Sorry, without prejudice, it is possible to appeal and to miss a higher judge to be okay. So without prejudice, man, I'm telling you guys, I'm just catching up this morning. I haven't had enough coffee. So to be fair, coffee needs to flow. You all need a drink. Go ahead. So, okay, and in this case, one of the things that it came up a lot was this racial issue, right? Yeah, without prejudice means it's over. There we go, guys. I was digging on this. Without prejudice means it's over. Mistrial. So the judge, I think, can still deem it a mistrial. I believe the judge still has the executive call in anything right now. He has the overarching ability to say yay or nay on anything. So with it going the way it's going, we've got the jury's out. They'll do what they have to do, or the jury's in, I guess would be the right term. And now here we're back or we're not back, but this is where we need to be to wait it out. But yeah, I apologize. I'm not legal. I'm not a legal advisor by any stretch. But what I was saying was the racial thing, and the what kept coming up as I asked what people thought about that, and locally and throughout the course of the case, that this wasn't a racial issue. What we're dealing with here, backstemming to what happened with Jacob Blake, is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Rittenhouse, the shootings with Rittenhouse. Those were not racially charged. On top of the fact that the kid wasn't out there, wasn't out hunting people of color, as some people have said. And if so, he may be a little bit colorblind, because the 3 people that were shot were white. So it'd be hard pressed for me to say that he went out looking for, people of color and anyone black and looking to gun them down. I feel pretty confident saying that's not what happened. And I appreciate everyone in the comments being respectful towards each other, and remember that we don't allow hate speech, we don't allow any promotion of violence, and we don't let you run rampant as an asshat. So if we have to pull you out, we will. But we encourage all different viewpoints and walks of life. So welcome to the show, y'all. So we're in Kenosha. I'm in Kenosha, and I did a walkthrough last night, and had a chance to kind of re-experience the streets where all this happened. And I went down with my guy Brandon from BG on the scene, and we had a chance to kind of talk about what we experienced. And even while we talked, I could tell that we were both kind of walking through a different experience of the same situation. And I think that's important that we remember that everyone deliberation did start, Deanne. Everyone experienced this in their own way. Kenosha did as a city, and everyone personally is attached to this in their own way. So it was interesting walking around last night, though, because there are still boards up from last summer. I didn't see, and I'll say this, and this is promising, I didn't see new boards. I didn't see barricades. I didn't see the National Guard. I didn't see any fences. I didn't see what I saw last time, which was preparations for war. I saw people last year parked or moving their cars off the street and pulling hoses to the front of their houses and sitting on the front porch with shotguns. It was to a point where it felt, it was creepy enough that it had the only way I can describe it, had a Purge vibe is what it felt like. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's a movie, The Purge, and it had that vibe. Like everybody could get it. Like you weren't off the chart. Like you weren't untouchable. Everybody could get it. And nobody knew who was going to get it or where it was going to go. And by it, I mean the destruction and the violence that came through. And one of the conversations that we had last night that I thought was really interesting is this Kenosha is not a city like you'd expect. And people talk a lot in these protests and whatnot. When it comes down to the destruction, they say, people over property. So don't stop people from destroying property. Okay. If I understand, they say, insurance companies will cover it. When we're talking about Metropolitan Starbucks or, Buffalo Wings or TGI Fridays, right? Yeah, I get it. There's going to be people that work there. They're going to be put out of work for a while they repair the building. There's going to be people in there that might get hurt in the process, but still, people over property. And I might be being a little bit sarcastic here, but follow me on the ride. You have places like Kenosha, however, and Kenosha is a city that's been built up from a small town to the city that is now. And while in thought, 100,000 people sounds on scale like a lot of people, but when you put that into comparison to the nation and other big cities that have millions and millions of people, back home we have 2.5 in that area, 100,000 people, not that many people. So you got to remember that in these small towns, the town builds up as close to the city center as possible. So you've got a city center and then houses and houses and houses and a business and houses and houses and business and house and business, house. You don't really have a business district in Kenosha. You have downtown and it got hit, but there's still all live aboves. And that's how a lot of this area has been developed, is that you got a storefront and then above it is an apartment. And that was some of the things that were brought up, that children live here, elderly people live here, disabled people live here. That was being spray painted on the boards at the bottom of these buildings. And that broke my heart. And I still saw a lot of those same boards. Not new, remnants of last summer. But this city didn't have the opportunity to distinguish itself as a suburban area and then the metropolitan area. And then if the violence was going to go to the streets and they wanted to destroy businesses for whatever reason, not that I feel like that even plays into this at all. I don't appreciate that thought process that by destroying a Starbucks, you're somehow sending a message to the city that we're mad about what happened. And I'm talking about this in very elementary terms because it comes down to some real basic ideology here, which is that you're not saying anything by destroying things other than we can destroy shit. That's not what's going to make the message heard. And not only that, but it has nothing to do with this. And some comments came in yesterday that made perfect sense. They were like, why would anybody, and mind you, again, I'm sitting here. Like I said, I don't have a horse in the race. They were saying, for our community, why would we riot over Kyle Rittenhouse? Why would we want to destroy things for Kyle? What about that would cater into the way we feel or represent who we are? And it's true. It's a good question. Why would that happen? And again, like I said, there's no distinction between this metropolitan area and the suburban area. These houses are intertwined with these businesses. So when people are thinking that they can run through, I'd hope that if they watch, and if they're watching, that they appreciate that, your business that you might think you're targeting is bracketed on both sides by a family of 6, 4 small children that are terrified, and on the other side is, a retirement community of people that can't get out of that building, and above that building is a young couple that just got their first apartment, Those are the things that are affected by these riots. Those are the people that are directly affected by the destruction that takes place in these places. That being said, we have to consider the fact that your actions are not without consequence, and not just for you, but for everybody that is affected by those actions. A lot of people walk through life ignorant to the idea that they don't make a wake where they go. And that's not a fact. Everybody has an energy that they create where they're at. It's the kinetics of life. It's physics, right? And in that, you have an opportunity to put out that positive, people call it an aura. You can call it whatever you want, but you can put out that positive energy and move in that direction. But if you're out there and you're looking to, cast negativity and or darkness, like it won't be hard for you to find a place for it to land. But we don't have to allow that. Like in my bubble, in my sphere, I've chosen to only allow in positivity. I choose to only allow in people that are going to be for the benefit of my soul and for the things that I'm trying to accomplish and that are going to be on a level with where we're going, because you don't have time, guys. We don't have time to drag anchor with other people's hate. You can't do that. You can't go through life with that. You can't hold on to the destruction that people will want to put in you and let that tear you down. If anything, like I said, you got to stand strong and hopefully be the example to them that they could do better. They could rise up and give back, or even give to themselves a little bit more than what they are, that might get them into a better place. Yeah. Someone says, explain how it was a race issue. I'll wait. It wasn't. Butterfly effect. Yeah, we got that butterfly effect. Rick Donaldson III. Yeah, the butterfly flaps its wings, and you'd have to look up what the butterfly effect is. So, but what we didn't see yet, and what we haven't seen, and let me show you this real quick. This was last year. Something that we, that we went through while we were when I first got to Kenosha, and this was scary right here. So we just got the Kenosha. Oh, put it on this. So we just got the Kenosha. I'll show you guys that one more time. Man, the sound still creeps me out. What that says is, let me pull this up, Sarah. So Kenosha County has declared a state of emergency curfew for 8 p.m. tonight, August 25th, east of I-94. Citizens need to be off the streets for their safety. The curfew will be enforced, until 7 a.m. Let me remind you, this is not happening right now, you guys. I'm showing you footage from last year, a video from last year. And it, man, and it was terrifying. Yeah, that was loud. I apologize. That was the wake up. That was the wake up, y'all. If you're not awake now. And that's exactly what it was done for, and that's how it felt. And then when you're living through that, that was just as scary as anything. And I don't mind saying that. Guys, I don't mind talking about, being afraid of things. Being afraid is what keeps the people alive. I think it's a lot of the people that, guess what? You're not going to make it that long, because they will eat your face. That's a fact. Just the face. And good luck, because you're not going to make it. You need a face for most people. And yeah, sorry. We're in the process of putting something together for a little bit from now. So stay tuned for that. Well, I'm right here. I'm right. I didn't go far, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Papa's still here. The zombies got CG. Don't talk like that. Don't talk like that, Kristen. So what's interesting is as I walked around, and I'm going to show you. We're gonna look at a little bit at what happened last year, and we'll get a chance to. There's so many videos here, guys, that it's tough to find the ones that that are. So sit tight for a second here. I want to make sure that we get to where things were actually cracking off here. Oh, Sue, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And people are asking if Kyle is Hispanic. Sue, thank you so much for that. What I'm doing is I'm calling through some footage right now, just to give you guys a look at what it was like to walk through last night, and because it was the first time that I've gone through, and taking a look at a lot of it, which was just wild. So this is a walk through. Here we go. And again, you got to bear with me on narration because I'm not, I can't vouch for where I was at in my mental state.
Nope, sorry, wrong way. All right, guys, I got the light on now so we can see what's happening. And
so this is Ruther's school right
I
there.
had some people that hit me up during the feed that were surprised, or they were attached to what was happening, obviously.
Mind you, I didn't even know this community up until this point, but you can see that right off the bat, this is the early hours.
To be clear,
or to be fair, if you will,
this is a school.
And while not every window was broken, it was wild to have to walk as we were marching to hear just all around you was just
come on,
things getting blown up, things getting burned, things getting smashed. And you have again up the block, you had T-Dub, what up?
I don't know if there's any
Baco.
cameras into the other side of it. Oh yeah.
But it's a school,
So
and I have to wonder, did the people that did that
Academy
even know that it
down
was
at 913 57th Street?
Did they know anything about even the building they were destroying, or were they just in front of a courthouse? They turned around and see another building looks like a courthouse, and then start smashing windows.
Yeah.
No, this is not last night,
The other
guys.
business-
No,
the
this is
other
sorry. Let me,
place that got it really
Brent,
bad
let
is
me,
right across
my
the
bad.
street
Let me,
over here. We're gonna
take
walk
that
over
down.
and take a look.
This is video from last summer. Let me, there we go. Yeah.
So yeah, bear with me, y'all. Appreciate Katie taking the feed for a little while there. Like, I just had to kind of gather myself. It's a pretty scary experience.
So this is the Paleontology Museum. And again, this is last summer,
So
guys.
this is where there's all these people that were hiding back in here,
Thank you.
and they were shooting at the police with, like, I don't know what they were shooting at them with, pellet guns or whatever.
Yeah, there are people in these bushes
But,
shooting
or
at the police.
Paintball guns.
They had paintball guns and they had
Police
pellet
were
guns
shooting
and
back. They kept
slingshots.
coming through here, throwing rocks at him. Okay, I thought I heard windows getting broken out of here too. On this side, but I don't see any right there. You did see, like I said, this is the paleontology building, and
Where they destroyed that,
paleontology
they
museum.
killed the one little dinosaur. They have a metal dinosaur up there now. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you didn't, it's not on here, but
I'll go around this
I
side
didn't
over
see
here.
that
You
there.
guys probably
But they
saw
have a
that
metal
part of the
dinosaur
feed.
there. I don't know if that was there last
Then
year.
we're
I
gonna
can't
take a
remember.
loop around.
What up, Canada? Where's everyone watching from right now? We got 1,000 plus in here. Where's everyone at? I'm in Kenosha, just so you guys know. I'm live in
We broke
Kenosha.
into that shed, and they got a bunch of tools
just
out.
across
Which is
the street from the
crazy 'cause I was
courthouse.
Thinking about that while we were fighting that fire over there, trying to contain it, was that I needed some shovels, and I almost wanted to. And you can see all those little
Kansas,
squid
Chicago.
rounds. They were shooting at people.
Virginia,
Over here.
of course, Baco's in the house.
They had one on
K-Town.
the ground over here.
Hey, what up, Jay? JC's in the house. Good to see you again.
All the windows on this building are smashed out.
And this was one of the first, the one behind me, and then this one up here. There were two garbage
And
trucks.
this is where
that were-
one of those other dump trucks.
I think this was actually a dump truck that was on a fire
garbage
pit.
truck? I can't remember. But
The orange ones are
one
the
of other
garbage trucks.
was
And
lit on fire. Yeah, it's a dump truck.
what up, Arkansas, New York, New Mexico, Minnesota. You got Antioch. Keno's in the house. A lot of Kenosha folks here, man. I appreciate it. Hey, much love to all the Keno folks here and everyone else, but I know you guys are going through it. And I talked to a lot of folks last night, and I appreciate that you guys
It's
came
the
out
remnants.
and said hi. Thank you very much. It's just wild to see this destruction.
The second
I mean,
truck was lit on fire.
and again, I know people
Two,
have seen
second,
worse,
third.
and I know there has been worse. But this small town, and to see it happening and
head
not
down the way
knowing
here.
where it was going to go and how long it was going to go. And remember, this is multiple days.
Most of these, like we
It wasn't
saw together.
something that
yeah,
just
we
happened
watched this
overnight.
happen. But
But
see
it
the
really
sunrise
felt
in
like
the
it did.
distance
Like
there.
I said it earlier. This experience was. I was talking about it on the feed
I'm
last
not
night. What I
sure.
said was, I've been to the beach before.
lives over here?
I was in Hawaii at
Nobody
one point,
does.
and I
But
I pulled a woman out of the water who had got stuck between these rocks and a jetty,
how
and
that window looks like it's still intact.
she wasn't breathing, so
That's
we did
good.
CPR on her on the beach. And as I did CPR,
So
you know, there's
reservoir.
waves and it was scary. And
Not that it's good to see anything else.
the thing about that is
The last thing you wanna see
you don't
is
expect it, but it's not as surprising when
home.
somebody drowns in the ocean
destroyed,
as it is to
damaged,
see
vandalized, or
a
broken
building
people who are not
explode
secure anymore in their
in a
house.
neighborhood, right? Like we're not in a state of war right now where you'd expect to hear air
We're walking
sirens
up here.
and bombs dropping from overhead.
You know, some of the questions.
It's no less sad,
How
but
many people were at the protest? A couple hundred, maybe 200.
then again, I'm terrible at giving
I'm
numbers.
gonna flip it around, guys. Sorry. We
And I'm
scroll
just
up on the
covered
screen.
in soot or soot, as I say. This is the admin building that's next door to the courthouse. Do you guys remember there's a Bearcat that was parked next to that? And people were like throwing bricks at the Bearcat, and then smack. And it was wild to see like the police and a
Yeah,
Bearcat,
you're-
and then just
you know,
all. What I just said there was, I don't know if we saved the church, but Andrew and I
So
did what
this
we
is
could,
the,
and that's important to know. The
Kenosha
fire
County
department came through,
Administration
and the best thing we could have done is make it as aware as possible that the fire needed to be put out before the church went up in flames. And all of you guys played a big part. Everyone here in Keno, because we were able to put that out there on the channel, and so many people were calling in that the fire department realized that there was a real sense of urgency on that. And I would like to believe
A lot of
that
pepper
in that
rounds
we
were
all
shot
played a
on the
role in
window
getting
there.
that
People
getting
over
the
here
fire
that were
department where
standing on
they
this corner,
were really needed
and right over here they
at
had
that
like
point.
the SWAT vehicle. People kept coming out and throwing rocks. All this you see out here, all these rocks. All of this was rubble that was thrown at the police vehicles that were parked out here and the police themselves. So again, if anybody has the 411 on gas masks and goggles and stuff, or like a good face mask, you know, like the one Andrew was wearing,
Yeah.
please let me know.
I was
Because
so again
I need to get geared
underprepared
up
for
for
that.
tomorrow.
because it was supposed to be a
Wish they could
very
here,
chilled
which I'm sure we will.
road trip
You know.
to
So
DC.
let me adjust my light here.
And from Minneapolis, where we started. I started off with Andrew in Minneapolis on this one, and we
This
drove
is
to
one of those
Chicago, and that's where we got the call.
Canisters here.
Hopefully, you can see this canister that I was just looking at. So
This
this
is one of
is
the flameless tri-chamber CS gas.
this is a flameless tri-chamber CS gas, which is tear gas.
So, but I mean, you see these canisters everywhere. I mean, they're just literally all over the street here. And these are popped, you know, everywhere. But
It's a lot of man. Those are all
lid on that,
tear gas canisters. All of those. It's crazy.
they're Hellcat or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call them, but then they would.
Katie Thomas says something here. I'm going to pause it for a second because I think this was interesting. That came up last night. Someone had mentioned this in a conversation I was having over at FEX. Big shout out to FEX again. I appreciate it. I was reached out by the owner. Great people, and I think we might be swinging through there at some point today. And I'll make sure to let you all know. People over property was said, and then everyone kind of stopped and they said, here in Kenosha, people literally do live over that property. Doesn't make it safe. And Katie, I appreciate what you're saying because that's what you hear a lot, right? But that people over property here is what makes it such a dangerous situation when people are destroying property, because just above that property is where people live. It's live aboves. So that people over property came up quite a bit in conversation, and someone made it very clear. They were like, you can't allow that to happen because there are people that live directly above that property. So
lob these things out.
but I appreciate what you're saying though. But yeah, tons of tear gas, tons of flashbang grenades that were thrown
This
out.
is riot control. So there's different kinds of CS. You guys keep that in mind.
They're all garbage though. They all suck.
You know, they got your riot control. They have weaponized gas. I've seen that one.
Never watching the guy get shot off this bike. That was
The
crazy.
smoke to like hardcore.
So people have asked my
gas.
thoughts. I'm going to turn this
The
down a
stuff
little
that'll
bit.
like make you want to vomit the second you smell it.
I'm just kind of walking you through what kind of gases
So-
suck worse than the others.
We're gonna walk over here a little bit.
The judge.
We're gonna walk down the street.
Let's
kinda like
be fair about this. To be fair,
where
to be
the,
fair.
the Italian restaurant.
Get
was
into
burnt down. Take a look at what the car. lot
I'd be
looks like
lying.
now. Yeah,
Rival the
fires
Rabbit,
are all
thank
put
you so
out.
much for becoming a
fire
member over on
department's been
YouTube.
working
I
for a
appreciate
while.
that.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to answer
There was
some
moments where it
questions,
did feel like
as I
the
walk
judge was rooting for the defense. It definitely came across that way in a handful of
here.
places.
Sorry, guys.
And the prosecution at that to play it right is thank you, Dennis,
I have
for
no idea what
the
time it is over there,
blessings.
actually. Oh, it's almost 6
Just
o'clock in the
covered,
morning.
man. It's almost 6.
So,
Was it late?
needless
It
to
was
say, we're not gonna
after
sleep
5
tonight.
a.m. before 6 a.m. at that point.
Which is not how it
And
works.
the prosecution did a good job of pissing the judge off
Yeah.
a couple times. They had a big case ahead of them. They had a lot. They were
What
working.
were
Some people
protesters
said
shooting
like
at cops?
they didn't do a
I
bad
saw
job.
one
They did
guy
the
with
best
a
job they could with
BB
what they
gun.
had.
Like he had a little CO2 gun.
But
Here, I'll show you guys. And this is
oops, sorry, dang, I jumped. My bad. I do that. I grabbed the wrong one.
hardcore gas. And this stuff
But
will make you want to vomit the second you smell it.
it'll pop back up here in a second.
So
There was moments where I was just kind of like, ooh,
and
you
walk
know,
down the street, kind of like
you know,
where
and
the,
I'm not saying he was biased. I just say that he had leanings.
where the,
Maybe he was.
the
I don't
Italian
know. I don't know the
restaurant burned
judge.
down.
But the case was
Take a look at
interesting
what
to
the car
watch.
lot looks like now.
And,
the car fires are all put out. The fire
Judge Schroeder
department's
definitely
been
felt
working
like
for a
he
while.
had
So, hold on, I'm gonna try to
he
answer
had
some
dealt
questions.
with those attorneys before,
as I
and he
walk
made it
here.
clear. He said, "I've dealt with you before." So it could have been that the prosecution had just done a good job of pissing that judge off in the previous cases. And it could also just be that the judge had his own idea of how he wanted to see things go. I don't know.
Well,
I would
it's
like to
almost
believe
6
that at
o'clock.
75 years, that judge has
So,
gone through
needless to
enough
say,
to
we're
appreciate
gonna
that
see
he's just there to do his
That's not how it
job.
works
You know?
in our world.
Yeah. Just
What were the
wrecked.
protesters shooting at the cops? I saw one guy with a BB gun. Like
Someone asked what the protesters were shooting at the Cubs. Yeah, and I saw a dude with like
this is
a
what they were shooting back.
BB gun. Those are pepper
Pokemon
balls right
looking
there.
balls. So this is
So-
full of like a pepper powder.
A little ball is, like I'm saying, it's a pepper powder. Um, um, it's literally, it looks like I said, it looks like a little Pokemon ball or a bobber, like a little teeny bobber, you know, the size of like the end of your thumb. But when they hit, they explode into a cloud of pepper gas or pepper powder, and it's like 3 yards of pepper powder, and then it gets in the air, and again, you know, that circulates. Um, just like pepper spray, but it's a powder, and it kind of gets into everything and onto everything. They even have one. Well, they have these that are impact rounds as well, that are pepper impact rounds, like that pepper powder, but they're marking as well. So, and they have the pepper balls that are the same way. So when they hit you, it'll be like a blue or a yellow, so they know who they've shot with the pepper powder. Usually, they can tell who's been shot with these things because they're stumbling around, rubbing their eyes uncontrollably, which is a terrible thing to do when you've got pepper spray in your eyes. Don't rub them. Just blink it out, rinse them, and blink them.
Hit you, when they impact, they explode, or anything they hit, and they send out a cloud of about 3 meters of 3 yards. I think is better because I'm not from the UK.
Big shout out to folks in the UK though.
Of pepper, but these also are pitch because they're like little glass balls, and when they hit, they like legitimately. Let me see if I can see what one does here. See if I can't break it on the sidewalk. Oh, there it goes, cracked open. A little bit of powder.
You guys are welcome for the early warning science experiment there. What happens with a pepper ball when you break it?
We're gonna dip over here.
But yeah, how do you feel the judge did in the case? Do you feel like he was biased? Did you think he had a bias, or
yeah,
what are your thoughts with or against the verdict? Whatever you feel is what should happen. How do you feel about the judge?
Anywhere, but like this little town wasn't ready for it. Like the gentleman we were talking to,
or were the folks in the
never
riot playing Pokemon with the police, trying to catch the Pokeballs or whatever they do with them?
And right here, this karate studio. This is where the woman was standing in front.
I met the
trying to like tell people, please don't.
As a James Ryan, I met local gentleman who works out of the Taekwondo studio there. Was talking a lot about it, and the woman that was out there protecting her business.
Smashed out. Like at that point, it was just people breaking stuff, you know.
Biased. Some people think he was biased. Judge biased AF. Tough but fair. Yeah, that's the Taekwondo studio. Left untouched, the karate dojo.
U.S. Taekwondo Academy.
Yeah.
You know, it's still here. And I guess this has been a kind of a haven for kids to come.
Saying he was definitely on Kyle's side.
Work out their aggression. And, you know, like I was telling Katie, like, I went to karate when I was a kid, you know. But this is how close it got. So there's that gap right there. But this building right here next to it,
gutted.
Destroyed.
Don't get brazen with me.
This is a place called Mancia, I think.
Yeah, Mangia.
Mancia. I'm not sure exactly how to read that, what it says, but let's take a look.
I'm kind of walking through a couple different things right now, but I'm seeing people feel like he might have been he might have been biased, you know. I mean, people are feeling that he was pretty biased. But yeah, some people are saying it was a really cute restaurant. She is Tristan. Biased or jaded? Good question. Mangia is eat in Italian. And you can still hear that fire alarm going off. Obviously, you can hear that. Crazy.
Oh, God, it smells terrible.
That was the thing, is that smell. I'm sure all of you remember that live in the area, that smell between the burning gas, diesel.
Was it a pizza place? Yeah, I'm
the
not
rubber,
sure what it was before, but
the buildings.
I don't know. Is this a different business next door, or is this? Oh, this is like the dining room for that same business, I think.
Where do we find the dummies? What are you talking about? There's a picture that I took of these white dummies, like actual,
what that one's called.
Dummies. And that was in Uptown,
So you can see the
on the back side of the, I think it was a tattoo shop and the cell store that burned down. if I remember correctly. Oh, sorry. What do you guys feel about
Take
the
a walk around
prosecution?
there,
How do
and
you
then
feel
we're
they
gonna
did in the
take a walk down the
case? I
street
know
a
I
little
did this
bit.
question. I asked the question before, but how do we feel they
Take a
did?
look at these cars that have been. I mean, it's just, this looks like something out of the apocalypse, like legitimately.
That's really how it
blows my
felt
mind.
too.
Yeah, the smoke detector just tell Ryan, you're right. Smoke detector just telling that story. But again, you got the SWAT vehicles out here still. Aid 1, you've got. But you've got, I mean,
Yeah, Sonia, thank you so much. Our cat. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was great running into you as well. ADA should be disbarred.
still some cars that are
Saying they did a
smoldering
shit
over here.
job. He needs to be fired. That was the worst prosecution I've ever seen. He needs to lose his job because he did a terrible job. Really, Littlefinger was the most annoying asshat. That's wild. I mean, they're still putting out. Literally, they were walking around with fire extinguishers, putting out fires.
I
Just.
mean, I hope you guys can see this. This is.
And if you were watching last
You
night, the
can't,
walkthrough, all these
obviously,
cars
you
are
can't
replaced
capture,
now.
like,
But
full
the
magnitude
remnants,
of what you're looking at here, like,
the remnants of these cars, you guys. I can turn the volume down, and the remnants of these cars are still sitting. Like, I mean, while the cars have been replaced, that what you're seeing it's really surreal to go down and see. And for those that are in Keno that have driven through, and everyone that I talked to said they've done that. You know, they've made the drive through, or they drive through it for work. Sheridan, mind you, that road that's just to the right of what you're looking at there is a main drag. I mean, it runs. Basically through the entire country, as people would say there. But if you've not gone down there and looked, it'll blow you away that the cars, like the melted asphalt, is all still present. You know, where the garbage trucks burned on the sidewalk, there's just chunks of asphalt and concrete that have been ripped up or melted away because of the heat of those flames. This parking lot, the same thing. There's still broken glass. Like, it's been over a year, guys. This has been since last August. There's still broken glass in the road. As I was shining my light and recording, it was just the glitter of broken glass still across the sidewalk and across the parking lots. The sign itself, that BLM sign, not the BLM sign, the Bradford Unitarian Church sign that had that, where it said BLM on it, the one that melted and it was burned to the ground as well. BLM isn't important, but it was really kind of an iconic sign. If you guys don't remember, I think Andrew caught this one. That video of it being, of the, you know, the fire starting and burning that to the ground, but that sign is still a melted puddle of plastic down at the bottom of where the sign was. You know, it's just the remains of what happened there aren't far away, which is, it's wild to me. It's wild to think that you know, this small town is still dealing with the direct fallout of what happened over a year ago. And but yeah, so in this car lot, you know, the car source obviously was the point of a lot of controversy through this case. Did they or did they not invite the you know, the people to come out, the folks, Kyle Rittenhouse and his partners in crime there? Again, not the proper use of terms. His cohorts, his compatriots, whatever you want to call them, his associates. Did he invite them to come through? You know, should they have been there? Should they not have been there? Did they actually get offered money? Did they not? Were they just protecting this property? Were they, you know, aggressively involved with the crowd? But this car source here came under a lot of scrutiny, and there's Bradford Unitarian in the background there. That's the church that came into a lot of focus with the fire that was burning up. You can see all these cars. I mean, this is one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that go all the way back up. There's an entire row of, you know, 7 or 8 cars back there that were all exploding and, you know, spraying gas and debris and flames right over that fence into the churchyard and right up against that building there. So it was scary. And I walked through there last night too. So if you get a chance, you should walk through the footage last night that I did. A quick walk through town, talking with Brandon. I started off right by the church here, and then made my way through the parking lot and around the parking lot up to where the scene of the shootings took place, and then back down to the courtyard, the courthouse, and took a look at all that. Let me see. Guilty. So someone says, I think he was black. It would have gonna over before it started. Why is it always so technically sound? Why was he in there? Someone just said something. They said that he would have that Kyle Rittenhouse would have already been guilty if he was black, but that's not the case here, though. It's what he did with who he is, not if he were someone else. And that, I think that it doesn't make him any more guilty or less guilty based off the color of his skin. I think that it really does just come right down to what happened in that. Had he been black and it happened, maybe it would have been a very different outcome. As people are saying, he never would have been able to walk away from that. The police at that point saying that he just shot somebody with a gun around his chest. But again, but there's no change in the charges based off of him being white or black. He's still facing, murder charges. So he's right in there. But had he been people are saying he wouldn't have even been able to walk away. They would have shot him down in the street. So that could have been the case. I just hope we can move, do better. We can get better, not so that the race but thing won't keep coming around. But you can see the smoke still coming up from the backside. So someone asked if that car source building was affected. BG was asking about it, Brandon. And yeah, the building was pretty much melted and it was gutted. People had broken in and destroyed the inside. It's not. This wasn't a racial case though. The Kyle Rittenhouse portion wasn't about race. But again, people have personalized this. It's in their own eyes. How they feel this is. So if that's how they feel, then for them, that's their truth. That's their reality, and that's okay. And that can be exactly what it is. I was talking about this with some friends that I met over at the Broad Stop the other night, and like I had an experience with a woman, and this may or may not tie in, but I had an experience with a woman once in a rally, a protest, a demonstration, whatever. And she came up and was just screaming all these obscenities at me, calling me every name that you could possibly imagine, most of which I didn't even understand. I didn't respond, luckily, because I really didn't know how to respond. I was upset, because I know that what she was saying wasn't me. And I was hurt because what she was saying was very hurtful. But I walked away from it and just thought, wow, this is a very angry individual. And, ouch, feelings hurt, and I saw her, I want to say a couple days later, but she came up to me and apologized for what happened before. And then she explained to me that my look, just the way I looked, triggered her because when she was a young woman, she went through an experience with somebody where she was assaulted by somebody that had the aesthetics of a human being that has my, similar look. And it triggered in her a feeling, and she was already in a place of emotion that she unleashed that. And so, she just kind of thanked, that was the barrel, if you remember, but she kind of thanked me for allowing her to get it out because she said it was really kind of cathartic. She hadn't had a chance to really get that out of her. And it was a beautiful moment, I think, for both of us because we were able to just kind of hug and kind of like go through that experience together and not have it be something that lingered. And I realized that a lot of times the anger that comes at you isn't because of you, but maybe just because of the personification that your presence brings into someone else's life. Be you male, female, white, black, whatever. There might be a connection to that for somebody is a trigger. So I would say the best thing one of the few things that I was told, and not one of the few, but one of the many things was, work hard to respond, not react.
The church is literally.
So this is behind the church, between the car lot and the church.
So, our big fear was that someone in the church, somebody might be actually living in the church, or that it was being used as a shelter. And there's the only tool that we had. And Andrew had a snow shovel. You can see there. Speaking of Andrew,
it's crazy seeing a time like you at a place like this.
Hey, fancy, yeah. No, that's what I was about to do.
Oh,
So Andrew Mercado, right here, Mercado Media.
Just beat, man.
Some of these other businesses
Just so beat. We were both just broken, man. Just so wore out.
Is that? Oh, it's a picture of a person. I thought it was a person standing in there.
Man. So
it's crazy.
Pause right there. We end up walking and sitting down, and kind of just it gets slow right there for a little bit. And but yeah, that the wreckage of it all was wild to me. It was crazy to me that no, nothing's happening in the court right now. They literally it's jury deliberation is just out right now. That's what's going on, which means that the jury, to catch everyone up, has been whittled down from 18 to 12, and they did it interestingly with like a bingo tumbler, which I maybe I just haven't watched a lot of. I've watched a lot of court proceedings, but they literally took the juror numbers, put them in a bingo tumbler, and then tumbled it around. And then they had Kyle Rittenhouse reach in and pull out 6 pieces of paper, of which they eliminated the jurors that were pulled out. All 6 that were pulled out were taken away, and left with the final 12. That then they sent off to another room. The 6 that removed were sequestered in the courthouse somewhere with reasonably comfortable conditions, apparently, as according to the judge, but with no computers apparently, because they're not allowed to have them. But he was like, "Oh, it's really too bad you didn't bring a computer." Much kind of after the fact, kind of messed up, judge. But yeah. So the jury's out. They're doing their thing. We got some time that we're going to be waiting for that to happen. And does the defendant always get to pick? I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I'm sure that they do that so that there's they are 100% aware that the jury at that point wasn't tampered with. So they know that they're 100% involved in the full transparency of it. So they're off right now trying to make that decision. They got some choices. They got decisions to make as well. Because like I said, there's the judge explained that the lesser charges being brought in does reduce the opportunity for like the overall like the full severity of the higher charges. But a minor charge in that is less time spent as far as the correctional aspect of it, but more of a likelihood that could stick than first degree, and I want to make sure I get the terms right on this one, because we talked a little bit about it, and we got a first degree intentional homicide or second, and then so they could push for like a second degree intentional homicide, first degree reckless homicide, or a second degree reckless homicide. Then of course there's a first degree reckless endangerment. These are the big ones: reckless endangerment, second degree. And so they have motions they can go through in different levels of charges, all of which carry different sentencing. Now the sentencing is something the judge made clear. The sentencing is up to him. So he made it in the jury direction. He's let your job is simply to self-defense. Then all these crimes go away. And that's what the focus, drop it and walk, as he kind of put it. And the judge is tasked, with the job of determining what the charges will be. And Barry, you'll have to correct me in here if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the judge also has the ability to veto the jury, I think, and still go for a mistrial, even if they come back. The judge has a lot more executive power in this than I think people are giving him credit for. Yeah, he's been entertaining and he's had some things going down, but for the most part, the judge has the power to go ahead and sway this case. He gets to say what testimonies and what objections and what items and articles are being introduced for evidence. He has a lot of, and we've seen a lot of that, the executive control on things here. And so it's tough because people have put a lot of this on just the prosecution of the defense, but really the judge is really involved as well. The jury backup too. A lot of people said they'd be pissed if they had spent that much time in the case and then they get pulled out and they don't get a chance to be a part of the deciding factor. I wonder in that jury room if there aren't people that they knew. They're like, "Ooh, man, juror 3, man, glad he's gone. Now we're going to be able to get to the verdict we want." Or juror 10, like they're going to be a tough one to get around. Why Barry? Why Barry? Well, Barry, you guys, Barry. Oh, Barry, we love you, bud. We love you. Because Barry's got an interesting alien view on life. That's why. Let me see if I can't run through this real fast and get to. One second, guys. I'm going to try to give you some footage here. And this is where we at here.
It's gonna be worse, dude.
In Milwaukee, I was at the Milwaukee peaceful protests, and every day twice as many people, twice as many as that, and doubled and doubled.
What was that like for you?
Amazing. We walked. There's like 9, 10, 12 miles a day, give or take. The energy I had. And there was cars and people on foot, everything. It was peaceful.
Can I be on camera?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Check out.
I agree, Gore.
Oh, jeez. Andrew, did you come down here while this was happening?
I was just walking. I can't in these situations. Again, I got a 6. In these situations, I can't stand still. Again, especially with what was happening and the fact that I got shot at. From we were in the crossfire, dude.
The guy was in the bushes shooting at the police.
In the bushes. I took and I aimed my stream. I took a defensive
Yeah, I caught
ball, dude, and I fucked my stream up. I took cover, dude. I stopped, drop, and roll.
Dude, you did a barrel roll, dog.
Scruff McGruff, or who was the dumb? Who was the fire one? Smokey would have been proud. Dude.
I was proud.
I stopped, dropped, and rolled.
That's a Smokey, dude. You went to town, dog. You straight rolled through it. This is the cat that helped the church fire. And then you got these 2 chairs just randomly sitting here. They're probably using these to break windows.
Maybe. So they tried to.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
No, there's people cleaning up glass up there. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's up?
Watching you all night.
Oh,
First days with that church.
we did our best. I think the fire department did most of it. What a
She was
night, huh?
stuck at home all night, so I told her I'll get her out.
Oh, yeah.
Let her, check out some stuff.
You made it.
Help some people.
Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Kenosha,
Board up a
Wisconsin.
couple gas stations because people know I got the tools and the.
Yeah.
People are gonna be boarding. Are you boarding up right now?
Ultimate gas station we closed up, and the one across the street, the owners aren't around, so we put wood on the front of it.
So people, what's gonna go on today now, you guys, is all of these businesses are gonna be boarding up their businesses, right?
Yeah, they were gonna shut the city down, and then tonight it's gonna be.
It's gonna be worse, dude.
It's gonna be. In Milwaukee, I was at the Milwaukee peaceful protests, and every day there's twice as many people, twice as many as that, and doubled and doubled.
What was that like for you?
Amazing. We walked. There's like 9, 10, 12 miles a day, give or take. The energy I had. And there was cars and people on foot, everything. It was peaceful.
Can I be on camera?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It was very, very peaceful until the sun went down and the police got aggressive and didn't want us to speak anymore. That's what happened here. Is last night it was peaceful protesters at the police building. And then tear gas hit, and people started lighting stuff on fire.
Yeah.
It's like you fight fire with fire. That's how I was raised. If somebody's gonna hurt you, you make sure to at least defend yourselves. And I think we've tried to defend ourselves a million different ways right now. So they're trying anything like that.
Touche.
It's crazy.
Is that Lake Michigan right over there?
Yeah, man. You gonna be around town for a couple days? I'll hit you up if
We
you
are
wanna,
now, yeah.
If you actually want to, maybe take a minute to breathe.
Yeah, we
I'll
appreciate
show
that,
you a
man.
couple spots.
So, guys, we're
Pretty
gonna let
awesome.
this run for just a little bit,
that'd be
kind of
dope,
like
man.
some of the
Sand
walkthrough here.
dunes are down that way. Huge chunk of land fell
while
into
we're
the
getting
lake.
some
There's
stuff
like
set up on this
10,000
end.
year old
So,
sediment for 2 months.
sit tight
What?
for a little bit and
Fossils, rocks,
just
stones, crystals,
watch
stuff like
watch what's
so
up
you
here.
find quartz down here. There's
I would love that.
so I'll hit you up.
Please.
I got you on. Yeah.
Okay, get a hold
Molly,
of me.
she was on your feet all night talking. So
Molly, thank you
yeah,
so
we'll
much.
get at you guys.
All right, thank you, brother. The Social Security office? Oh, yeah, right here.
We can go talk to these guys.
Yeah.
Where's Katie? She just.
Oh, it's a church right here. How you doing, sir? Just cleaning up. This is a church right here, correct? Man, were you out here while it was happening, or?
I saw you though last night.
Yeah.
You're watching the streams?
Watching the streams, yeah.
Not funny, but
No.
we woke up and found out this happened. This is our church, so.
What's the name of the church?
Pardon?
What's the name of the church? Daybreak? It's great. Well, we're sorry to see that you guys had to. It's Daybreak Church. How you feeling about everything? And the fact that you have to be the one to be out here cleaning it up.
Well, happens.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave you to it, my friend.
All right, buddy.
God bless.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yep. What's going on, y'all?
It's fucking it's heartbreaking, you know?
How you guys doing?
What's going on with you guys?
It's been out doing coverage since 10 o'clock
Stayed up?
last night. Yeah.
Yeah, that must be fun, huh?
No.
Yeah, well, I reviewed all the stories down there and set that one on fire.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Is this your business right here?
No, I just live down the street. I'm just helping clean it up.
Oh, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep it watching. Almost got my ass whooped too. So I went down when they started that truck on fire. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I live right down the street, but I live on the third floor. I see all the smoke. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went there. I walked through everybody right down the middle of the street. Yep. I stand on the courthouse stairs. And I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, you're gonna have to pay for it. It's all gonna come out of our pocket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I got that on film. I saw you.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah, that mob was coming at you. I was like, oh, this is not going to end
Yeah,
well,
that
man.
was
I'm
me.
glad you hightailed out of there.
Yeah,
Because there was you couldn't see it, but there was a bunch more people that were like mobbing up the street.
Oh, I already know. I'm fleet of foot, you know.
Yeah.
I already knew though, because I looked and I was like, damn.
You
I don't
felt the
know
vibe?
any-
Did you feel the vibe of that?
Well, I didn't know anybody there.
Oh,
I was like, because I know, you know what I'm saying? I know people around here. Nobody looked familiar.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. I understand. That's unfortunately what happens to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like but that's not their fault. That's
No.
not their fault or anybody's fault. You know, that's not anybody's fault who got their windows broken. Something different. That's a staple here in Kenosha.
which one? The 1850 jewelry
Right
shop?
down there, the one that the fire truck had to go to.
Oh,
Like right next to the blue one.
yeah, like the multi-store or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like all the NFL gear,
Yeah.
everything like that. You know, like those are great people. Like they didn't do anything wrong
No.
to anybody.
No.
Bullshit.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, it's good of you to be out here doing what you're doing, man. Yeah, you guys be good, all right? Have a good day. A better day. You guys gonna be boarding up for tonight?
Yeah.
We hear it's gonna. We keep hearing it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, not on my watch.
All right.
Downtown's gonna be opening up for a while. Not on my watch.
No.
Yeah, right, dude. I think downtown is way better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we shouldn't be scared of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I think that shit's fucked up, man. People try to instill fear and shit. That's just bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it one bit.
No, sir.
No one else
No, you can't get behind that.
be scared.
All right, fellas.
Hey, you have a good one.
You too. Stay strong.
As well.
a florist shop. What's terrible is some of these businesses were just opening back up for business, you know? And now... What's crazy is you don't even see, like it's just breaking windows. They threw a chair through a window. It looks like this window was just got done being fixed. Look at this. It had a big crack in it, taped up. Why not?
Be careful with the glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of bottles on the ground in here. You can tell they came in here and looted this for some liquor. I'm guessing. Huh. What a beautiful place, though, man. And like, this is just. If somebody take a screenshot of this for me, that'd be great. Because legit, like, these are the moments in the city that, like, you'd want to have. Be able to enjoy this.
Hey, she said don't move, Katie is coming.
Cool. I kind of want to walk up here and check this all out, though.
I'm probably good. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I would say if you still want to chill, I can walk up.
Yeah, so we didn't see it. This is you now. So you understand, like, so you know how you see this stuff now. Like,
Yeah.
On Lake Street, it was impossible to cover all 3 of those sections for the entire night. Like, I would have had to have ran. So you guys, so we weren't here for these ones. What you guys are seeing right now.
Yeah.
We'll get some rest. And we get to see this. Oh, the other side of the street too.
Yeah. That's incredibly unfortunate right there. Like, Andrew, like, that particular pile of rubble is incredibly unfortunate.
What is that?
Looks like it was a computer of some type. I don't know. I don't know. There's more of them up here, though. Oh, there's cash register.
Cash register?
Yeah.
So this one got looted, dude. Oh, yeah, we didn't get any of these. Again,
Oh, wow.
This was not a good one to, you know, just have to keep this.
What was this?
Do you think this?
Oh, wow. This is a VR shop, or? Oh, all the computers in here? So they do gaming. It's a gaming place. So all these gaming computers got stolen.
It's a place to play, play video games.
Yeah.
Like a video game cafe.
Which means there's probably another big ass bank of computers on the other side over there that got stolen too. And you see those businesses over there. Well, that's the jewelry store over there as well.
Hey, you have a dude named Jeff that wants to be unblocked. Jeff.
Jeff, I don't know, man. You can email CJTV.io. Email me at CJ@CJTV.io, and I'll push it along to peeps. See if we can't get squared up.
I'm starving, too.
Yeah.
You have to, trust me. So let's go across the street.
So for everybody with me right now, I mean, I'm gonna run until the batteries die, basically. It's another cash registers. So these jewelry stores, doesn't look like any of them were in business. And again, this is like an old antique shop, but people still went in there and smashed out. I guess it was antique jewelry, maybe. Or just maybe just classic, antiques, just relics. I'm sure that it was all costume jewelry, man. None of this stuff was probably worth.
This one, barbershop? No, I don't know. What was this one?
Yeah, barbershop.
Yeah. Oh, a salon. Yep, hair salon. Yes, Amanda, we had one. Yep, kind of like when it started. Law office.
I mean, some of them they just broke windows and then took off and took computers from some. But I think maybe it was just like that mob mentality that kind of dictated what would be looted and what wouldn't. Kenosha,
So
man.
two people are asking where the news is. Should we show them? I guess we could.
Well, there's right here is a big ass news setup, like mobile news studio. It looks like they're filming a movie. Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Hey, there he is. It's our unofficial camera crew. What up, D?
Guys are getting all this.
Yeah.
This place is so much more than this.
Oh no, we're looking.
yeah.
Yeah, once we get a chance.
I mean, hey, you gotta go one more block up. The pier. I mean, that's where the shipyard used to be. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's one block up.
Which way? Which way? If we went?
Go north. Because I've been watching you guys, and you said you shut your comments off or whatever.
Yeah,
And
they get a little toxic sometimes.
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
But like, it's a straight shot of Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
You would have captured a great moment with the fucking sunrise.
I did take a minute right there. I was like, I
So
told
which way should we go?
my
Which
team
way
Uh,
to
should we go?
screenshot it.
You take 6th, and you just walk up,
Okay.
and you'll hit Lake Michigan.
All right, dude. I'm gonna do that.
We'll do it right now.
Hey, for real, hey, it's
I keep saying
and
it's a
then
beautiful
there's
town.
a off shop up there. If there's stuff that's open,
Right.
Keep walking. Hey, it's the pier. And that's the White House. It's everything.
We'll check it out right now. Good looking, D. Appreciate you, man. Take care. Katie, we're on the corner. We're at Anytime Fitness. If you want to Google that in there, ask the Googles. On the corner of cross streets never work. So you can tell her that we are at in kitty corner from Anytime Fitness. Honestly, like, you guys can see what I'm seeing. I don't really know what to tell you. We're right by the car. Head towards the courthouse. Yeah, we're walking away from the courthouse. Is she driving the car right now? I don't know. I think so. I don't know, guys. We'll figure it out. I gotta say, I love the love, man, from everyone out here. It's just been so, like, supportive and appreciative and friendly. So we're on the corner of, why are there no street signs here, man? Like, Anytime Fitness, I guess that's the best thing I can say. What up, man? How are you? All right. We're heading to the pier, though, so if you could let her know that, greatly appreciate it. My phone's getting dangerously close to dying here, so I might have a cord in here. I'm not sure. Nope, that's not from my phone. That's from me.
Man, I'm gonna get promoted off this footage.
There you go. Yeah, there might be something in the backpack, but I'll check. Andrew might have something as well. I'm not sure, but he's rocking an iPhone right now, so. Looks like the police are doing a check on some of the local businesses. Man, wow, that is beautiful. Kenosha right here, guys. Sorry. Take a look. You screenshot that one for me. We are on, there are no street signs in this town. I'm not kidding. There's zero, like, look at the streets. No street signs. So all I can tell you is a landmark. We're down at, we're on it by the pier, like the park by the pier. Hey, Drew! And my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna sit down here for a second. Hey, you wanna get on Andrew's feed real fast and tell him to bop back here real quick? Or to slow down? Scoo! Nothing. I need you guys to bear with me for a minute. Look at this beautiful Kenosha scenery. Whilst I look for my charger real quick. Sorry, bear with me for a moment, guys. Sorry. There you go. Sit tight for a second. Dorothy, you can tell her that we're in front of trolley dogs. Just Google trolley dogs. It's the best way to find it. Yeah, I need a charger. No, I guess we have Andrew's keys in the bag. Uh-oh. Katie's on foot. That's what's up. Okay, my bad. Now I understand why she's looking. But again, my phone's about to die. I'm down here by the pier. And alright, well, I'll try to catch up with Andrew, see if he's got what I need. I'm gonna cut through here, try to catch up with Andrew. So if anyone's know where, I mean, I appreciate you guys helping us kind of triangulate everybody. But it's a world of difference over here, man, from what we were just experiencing all night to like this little sleepy part of Kenosha over here, sitting right down by the waterfront, by the pier where the shipyard used to be. Appreciate everybody that came with me last night. Kind of bore with me through there's a lot of things happening, a lot of it's crazy. It just is not what I expected here in Kenosha. We heard obviously that that a man had been shot, but I mean, like, all of this is just not what we expected. I mean, Andrew kind of like, I think he was more keyed in for it. Like, he was thinking like, well, that could be a potential outcome. And then there was me. Had zero ideas. I gotta show you guys this. This is beautiful. This place really is gorgeous. Try to find some beauty in this. This is Kenosha, Wisconsin. We were in Chicago last night, getting settled into the hotel, and we were going to do a studio sesh with Converge out in Seattle, and that did not happen. Hey, do you have a charger by chance for my phone?
What do you got?
The C?
Yeah, I got the C. Oh no, I have the Lightning to C charger. So it's for like iPhone. Like I got the C charger, but it's for iPhone. Where's Katie?
She's on foot walking around trying to find us.
Alright, let's go look at this.
I'm at about 12% battery life, guys.
Alright, where's my truck?
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. It's open, you know.
I think it's by the courthouse, apparently.
By the courthouse?
Or like, someone said we were by it while we were up there. Is that it right there? Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh shit, there it is. She blows.
What are the chances of that? I could go grab my charger, but I think we're gonna wrap the feed here in a few, yeah? End it on something like this, yeah?
We'll wrap after this.
Yeah. What is up with this ground? Why is it so slick?
Thank you for what you do. You fell asleep watching the stream. Oof, Mandy, you missed a hell of one. But
Oh man, someone fell asleep?
I don't know.
You sleeping on this one?
Someone's sleepy on the streams.
Oh no. Let's go look over here at this water. That is the weirdest coating on that. You feel how slicker?
I feel like I'm ice skating.
Yeah, it's super slick. I can't do it. Oh, Kenosha. Oh, Wisconsin, you're beautiful. I'm doing it, dude. I'm doing it.
Oh shit, I really thought you were jumping.
I mean, look at this, guys. It's just gorgeous. Look, there's a bunch of little fish swimming in here.
Oh, I see the little fishies.
Yeah.
I want to go swimming.
You guys can screenshot that. That'd be great. That's the city of Kenosha. Wait, do I have the radio on?
Hey, those radios, like when you were radioing me, dude, I had to shut it off, bro.
Somebody said immediately, don't radio him. People are freaking out.
That could have been bad, dude. But I just powered my way through the situation. I'm like, no, I'm not a cop. No, I'm not. I'm not one. I'm not a cop. I powered my way out.
How far are we gonna walk down here, bud?
Yeah.
I think you tried putting in.
Do a little recap.
You're coming on the thing too, so.
All right. Oh, goodness, man. So, what a night in Kenosha, dude. What a night in Kenosha. I keep getting bugs flying in my face. I got so much garbage on my face right now. There we go.
I'm so hungry.
So hungry.
And so sleepy.
I look like I aged 20 years.
Look at that sunrise, though.
Beautiful.
Sunrise, though.
Look at it. What about that sun, yo? These bugs keep going in my ears.
Hey, Andrew. What's up, Roy? Look. I'm looking, Roy. Oh, Roy wants to.
A breakfast taco? You know what sounds bomb is a breakfast burrito. Get out of here. This guy. That's what I love about this dude. Man, Joe Forbes, 55th Street and 3rd Ave. Is that where we were at? Is that where we're at? Hey, anyone wants to tell Katie where we're at? That'd be cool, because she's probably walking around like, I don't know, picking up discarded items from the fields. She's a little magpie, dude. Like that chick.
Picking things up.
She just gathers stuff, dude. She always comes back anytime we get done with the feed. She's a super like a raccoon. Like, ooh, what's that? I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Just seems a little bit weird. That's really bad.
So we're gonna be in Kenosha now.
So
I had a dude.
yeah.
We just gotta ride it, dude. We gotta answer.
Well, we still gotta go back to Chicago and pick up all of our gear.
But the thing, okay, so do we go to Chicago, pick it up, and come back here and stay the night?
I think we have to.
Okay, that's what we're doing. Then.
Okay.
Fine, we're doing that. So guys, we're going back to Chicago. It's fine. Like I'm up. We'll go to the gas station. I'll get an energy drink. We'll get food. We'll get to Chicago, get our shit, and come back to Kenosha. All right. I have to shower. Like I am soaked. I am soaked.
We got so much soot all over.
I am just full of sweat. Like my phone. It kept my pot.
Dude,
my
look
pocket,
at you, dude.
Like,
all the way
drenched.
down.
I'm drenched.
That's
Completely
crazy.
drenched.
Look at this guy.
Completely drenched.
He got sweat lines all the way down to his hip bone.
I want to check out my leg, dude. Like, hold on. Is that a possibility? I got hit in the thigh. Was it this leg? I don't even know. We'll have to do it later. These pants they're like perfect because they're like not too
check
saggy.
this out, dude. Did I show you these? Hold up. Oh. I show you these?
What'd you get? What are those?
Those are the sandbags that they're shooting at people.
Oh, I think I got hit. Oh, you got some of the sandbags.
They're like happy squids until they hit you. And then they're like,
squids?
they're angry squids. Look, happy little squid, look.
Squids.
Like Squidworth.
Did they marker on them?
I guess, yeah. These are what they were shooting at people. This is what I think I got hit with in the back of my leg. It was one of these sandbags. Oh my gosh. Oh shit.
Ah! No, did I scare you? At all?
No.
Just a little?
No.
Good morning. Rise and shine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fish.
Well, now that we've got a chance to cut feed, we're going to cut feed. So all 1,000 of you that are still with us, we love you. We appreciate you for riding it out.
Love you guys.
And
Thank you guys for the.
It's been a long night.
700.
And anybody wants to hit us up with some recommendations for a breakfast burrito at this hour of the morning,
We're gonna be heading.
I would greatly appreciate
This is
that.
the plan. Stream teams. All right. People got some screenshots of the thing. We're going back to Chicago. We got to get our shit. We're gonna come back to Kenosha. Anyways, Chicago, Kenosha, back out here.
Yep, because I'm sure Kenosha is going to be crazy tonight. So that's something to expect and look forward to. Well, not look forward to, but something to expect. So anyway, guys, we love y'all. Again, the mods, you guys are incredible. Thank you for doing so much amazing work tonight.
Thank you,
with
mods. Thank you, viewers.
so much to cover. And for all of the screen share, all the screen clips, all of the all the grabs. What's up? Oh, thank you. All those grabs and everything that you guys are getting for us, we really appreciate those. We're definitely going to use those to better put together some of the back end footage. We got a lot of B-roll footage that we're going to show you guys. Just stuff. Katie was taking pictures the whole time with her humongous camera, and it was just crazy. So a lot going on. Waffle House might be good. All right, guys, I'm wrecked. I'm super wrecked. We got this beautiful sunset in the background, sunrise. They all run together. And yeah, I'm gonna cut out. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you would, please like and share the stream. Keep it going and do what you can. If we're still source funding, guys. So if you're able to help out, totally appreciate that. Boop Troop and the Hoosie, what's up, y'all? Love from England. Ellie, thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. That means a lot. Hey, we're gonna try to stay safe, you know. We are gonna try to get some sleep.
All right, guys.
And Dara, absolutely. We Joanna, appreciate you. That's what we try to work on getting, is the best coverage we can give you, as real as we can give it to you. You know, Dorothy, thank you. A lot of screenshots. Oh, thank you so much. Everyone donate if you can. I know this can be expensive. It does add up quite a bit. Yeah, and we're pushing. We're pushing the envelope here, trying to keep it going in the right direction. So you guys are amazing. I'm not gonna sit here and Frank's Diner, huh? Oh, that sounds bomb. We're gonna have to get some breakfast right now. That's what we're gonna do. Just another hour till what? People are dropping some real knowledge on the feed right now. David, thank you much. Thank you very much. Yeah, the page grew tonight. You guys, CJTV.io. The website is under development, but it's coming here very, very
like I said,
soon.
bear with me for a minute. We're
There's
going to give you
a lot
another
of cool
video
stuff
here.
on there.
So,
You can still go to it, check it out, subscribe, like and share. We'd really appreciate that. Even today, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to help develop. Also, support Mercado Media. This guy right behind me is a titan in this stream game, man. He is 100% juggernaut, and he's been crushing on this. Mercado Media's went live.
You got a notification?
Got a notification.
Getting purge alarm. Another one.
Another what? Notification? Oh.
And we're back. Can you guys hear? What's the sound? What's the sound like?
Finally, Jordan. I know. Sorry. Hey, man. What's up, Ryan? You're welcome, Jordan. Glad we're back. You already know what we're doing here. Night 3, guys, in Kenosha. Let me know if you got good on the mic. How's that sound? Is everyone okay on that? Yeah, no, the spider, I got it off me. Hey, Deanne. Thanks, y'all. Hey, can someone give me a mic check real fast? You already know.
Check. Yep, good, Sarah.
Yeah. It is quiet where we're at, guys, but we're just a block away from where it's going to go down, where it's going down. So. Amy, go ahead. Mike's good. Bonnie, thank you very much. Hey, I'm going to do something else here. I need you guys in my feed right now. Go ahead and let me know how this mic sounds now. Okay. All right, I'm doing another mic check. So let me know if you guys can hear that all right.
I'm going to take my mic off too and shit pops up.
Or sound good? It sounds super loud in the mic. Can you hear the P's and the T's?
How's it look?
All right, cool. All right, good. Video good. All right. I'll plug that for now. And we're still good on sound. It's the last thing I'm going to ask. Cool. All right, let's walk through this real quick. So I'm out here in Kenosha, again, day 3 with Andrew Mercado right here, Mercado Media.
What's going on, guys?
And we're making our way from sleepier part of the town. I mean, not a soul in the streets, guys. The only people we've seen in the streets so far What's up, y'all? How we doing? Our residents that are walking with loaded guns. I say loaded guns. I would assume they're loaded. They're walking with rifles. I've seen a couple people already that have been brandishing firearms.
They're watching. They're watching.
Yeah. Again, guys, as we join in here, I'm going to send a lot of hopes and prayer to Kenosha tonight. Yeah, share the stream. Let's get as many people out here that are seeing what's happening, but and get as much as we can in traction to, like I said, a lot of prayers to Kenosha, guys. I mean, everywhere we look, if you guys are, you'll see as we go, it's all boarded up. And it's just hard to read. Some of the things we're seeing are like there's all these signs that are boards that are on buildings, and across the front of the signs it says, children live here, please don't burn. And what a crazy thing to have to write on the front of your house that children live in the house and please don't burn my home down. That's just something I've never seen before. So yeah, you guys know how we're going to do it. Thank you so much for all the love and support and for allowing me this opportunity to help be the eyes for you here in Kenosha with my friend Andrew Mercado behind me, Mercado Media. Big shout out to the city of Kenosha.
I put the gloves on this time.
You guys are all amazing. We've had so much outpouring of support from this community. It's just been amazing. We thank you all so much for jumping in here, and anything we've needed, you guys have been so incredible. So Kenosha, thank you so much. And
guys, look at this street, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a visual of what we're standing in the middle of an intersection. Everything around here is just boarded. And again, these right here, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It says kids live upstairs. These are all residents above these buildings. And across the street, the windows were smashed out of this building last night. Luckily, no fires were started, but man. We're still heading up this way though, right? All right. So, and everyone we've talked to has said like, it's just ramping up. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. How you doing tonight? Doing okay? Doing okay. How y'all feeling about everything that's going on? Do you mind if I?
Oh, I sure don't.
Okay. You don't mind or you okay?
No, I don't. I do, man.
You do? Okay. We'll get bitch. I'd love to hear how you feel. I mean, I saw this board here says kids live upstairs. I mean, that to me blows my mind that you have to even think about that right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, but I don't like being on camera.
No, you're not on camera. We're over here. I just want to hear how you guys are resident. How are you dealing with all this right now?
Crazy because it's like we're in a war zone.
It is. It is. Well, hey, you guys be safe tonight, right?
Interview's probably ain't the best time.
No, I just figured before we get down there. But yeah, you guys can see it's all set up. How y'all doing? Right, man. You see, man, day 3 of what hopefully won't be too many more like you. It's just like, I mean, you can feel the tension in the air out here right now. Every building's boarded up. I think we gotta head this way. Yeah, let's head this way.
Let's go that way.
Yep. A lot of these, I mean, this area in Kenosha is a lot of really old buildings, a lot of old established businesses that have been here for a long time. And a lot of there's a lot of vacancy here as well, from what I'm seeing and what we've seen as we walk around the downtown area, but it hasn't stopped people from vandalizing. So hey, thank you guys. Again, appreciate you guys sharing the stream, helping get this out there. How are you? Yeah, stay safe tonight, all right?
Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Hey, my friend, how are you? Yeah, like I said, it's another day in paradise.
Let's go on the church. Yeah, let's work our way to the Civic Center.
Any building you guys can tell that has any kind of city, state, federal affiliation of any kind, those are double boarded. The roads are all barricaded in and out of this area with garden blocks and makeshift wood barricades.
Talk a little slower.
Okay.
Don't burn ourselves out. What building is this?
I don't know. Looks like an apartment building.
It's all boarded up.
Yeah, but what we have seen on the outside. So, here we are. We're creeping up on the courthouse. You guys, this is the church across the street, the Unitarian Church. I didn't even realize we got to it already. And then right there, you guys see in the distance is that auto dealership that burned to the ground on night 1. And it was reset on night 2. But now they've got these barricades here. And the idea is to keep vehicles out, obviously. But it's odd because the vehicles aren't the ones that are... I mean, people are just starting fires, hopping in cars and taking off. I don't know. I think Sheridan is a cross street up here. This is 58th Street running up and down this way. And man, I'm still hoarse from last night. And
Might need to get some chapstick.
I got you some today.
No, I got my lip chap. You did get some chapstick though?
I picked it up for you.
Oh.
My guy. So this building right here was the Italian restaurant that burned to the ground last night. You can hear the drones in the air over the Civic Park. And this is right next door to the Kim's Temple of Korean Karate, where we saw the woman in a standoff out in front of the building with people that were planning on vandalizing and breaking the windows. She said it's a center for children to come.
Oh my God, dude! Look what's up there. Is that a fence?
Oh, they do.
Fence,
they built a fence.
Oh my God.
We have another fence situation.
I am so done with fences.
Andrew just said I'm so done with fences.
I see a fence.
So, if anything, you guys, this is amazingly nostalgic. I mean, right off the bat, that's crazy to me. My guy, how you doing? I just pray my phone doesn't die so you can keep watching. All right, y'all. Hey, if mine dies, you can always get into Mercado Media. Check that out. All right, y'all. Be safe tonight, okay? All right, thank you.
All right, we'll go over here. Check the.
Real fast over here. So that's where everyone's gathering.
CJ, let's go to the fence.
I'm just showing them the Civic Center Park real fast. So this is where we're at, just as a point of reference, guys. And again, which is just, it's crazy to me. They've got the exact same fence style setup in front of a park, in front of a building. Just, wow. Just like Portland. I just can't believe it's back.
You guys know the parallels. You've seen parallels since May. I mean, why not? Right? I mean, this is almost the exact same fence in Minneapolis and Portland that they use. Tulsa had similar fences as well. Can't believe it.
Yeah. So we're walking up on the same, and it even looks like the same structure. Yep, the same style fence and everything.
This looks like the Division. And those of you, I've been saying that too. Video gamers. CJ's feed probably won't know if it's the Division is, but the Division, it's a video game, it's a drone.
It's a drone right there. That's hard to see. Hard to zoom in on. There it is. Quick, somebody make a Grindr account for the fence.
Quick, someone make a Twitter for the Kenosha fence.
Wow.
All right, here we are. Another day, another fence.
Wow.
Another fence. with the yellow flowers in front of the fence, just like in Portland, and there's yellow flowers on the fence in Minneapolis.
Man, it's just great.
Tripping you out, dude?
This is blowing my mind,
Tripping
dude.
you out?
It is the same fence
The
setup.
same fence in
The
Portland.
exact same.
It's the exact.
Did they ship this in from Portland?
He does. He went.
So you're with the National Guard, is that right? Okay, great. Are you primarily here to protect the monuments and the landmarks and the buildings for the federal buildings and things of that nature?
I'm not really supposed to talk to anyone. You can talk to public affairs.
Gotcha. No worries. Thank you. Watch out! They got one of those live packs, dude. Little jam there. What?
On the Wi-Fi, right? Oh, even that. You're right.
Yeah.
So let's go on the other side of the street. Is that a live view?
No. So this is the Kenosha County Courthouse, guys, which is where we're standing in front of. You've got that same fence, the beginning of barricades. It just blows my mind. They gave like now they've drawn a line now, and eventually, that line's going to be pushed. Hey, how you doing, man? You back? Stayed safe?
Oh, you know it. I finally got a gas mask, so.
Oh, that's good. You got to have something. Yeah, I wish I'd have grabbed one like yours. I left my full face back in Seattle, so. Yeah, so I'm just running the half mask right now. So.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, you haven't met my friend Andrew Mercado, have you yet?
No.
Mercado Media. He's another vet.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm a reservist.
Oh, you're reserves? Oh, thank you for your service.
How do you feel about what's going on here with like the reserves that are standing on, or the guard that's on the other side here?
It tripped me out yesterday, but now it's.
Well, I mean, it just shows that like how much the situation evolved. We saw what happened the past 2 days. I mean, fires everywhere, and cops are being attacked. I'm concerned that we're going to see like another Portland, like a federal courthouse.
It's the exact same fence.
Because it's the exact same fence, and nothing riles up a crowd more than not just wanting to attack the cops, but also wanting to tear down the fence.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, talking with me. Appreciate you. All right, take care. Oh, you're welcome, man. So the fence over here, Kenosha Courthouse back here, and then off in the. Oh man! As we walk past, there's already about 50 people in the park that have kind of gathered there. But off on the distance, you're gonna see. So I'm gonna have to pull off these comments for a minute, and it's gonna be jumpy. But there's a large grouping of people in the back end. It looks like everyone's making their way into the park right now. I got you. Let's go. I want to bop over here for the truck. I'm not trying to get too close to those ones because they got.
And there's a live view pack right in front of you.
Where?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, we'll stay over here. So, guys, you're going to hear us refer to live view packs. Some of the other media, they've got these media packs, and they absorb all the bandwidth, so it makes for a choppy reception for us. This is one of the first trucks that was burnt on night one when everything cracked off. And you can see that in the distance there. That thing, I mean, it was insane. There was four dump trucks that were, a couple garbage trucks and a few dump trucks that were lit on fire. And you could hear them, just all the fluids and everything just catching fire and exploding.
Oh, the fence is on a tour. They said the fence is on tour.
The fence is a tour date? That's beautiful.
It's a military fence. It's a blue champ.
Oh, okay. It's like the Corps of Engineers or something like that would be the one to.
That's on National Guard. It's like an actual National Guard fence. Like it's what they use. That's why I asked. Someone go up and touch the fence. They want to know if it's electric. This one's electric.
I'm gonna say no. It's not an electric
I'm gonna
fence,
say no,
but,
and I'm not gonna go find out.
and that's just where everybody's grouping right now. Hey, welcome back. What's going on, my guy? Good to see you.
This is the homie from Mankato right here.
Yeah,
Mankato, Minnesota. How you doing, buddy?
I exposed a pedophile. So.
Yeah, you did. You kind of blew up overnight.
Man, that was a wild situation, bro. I tell you what.
Yeah.
I did not expect all that out of those photos, bro.
How did it feel though? Like actually.
You know what? It was really cool. Just because I'd never been like that viral before, so to actually go viral like that, it was dope. I got a bunch of followers from it. Like it was cool, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to go viral all the time like that. I don't know how you guys do it.
It's a work in progress.
That's right. That's right.
Hey man, good to see you out here.
Yeah,
Take some cool pictures. You got the best pictures out here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty good too.
I gotta figure out who you are though. Yeah, let me get you the card first, and then I'm gonna put it on the screen so I can.
Yeah. And hey, you guys, remember this is image theory photography right here.
Image theory.
Image theory right here. Yeah. Image theory photography.
Another local. Where you from? Minneapolis. Another Minneapolis photographer.
Yeah. So there are going to be a lot of photos you'll be able to catch, still shots from the night. So yeah.
No, it kind of seems like
It's ramping up. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the regular mic. I'll be back. Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Kind of seems like it's not gonna happen tonight.
People around when it gets nuts though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Don't even turn that.
I don't know if it's going to, you guys. We'll see.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful.
Yeah, we got to keep it. I'm hoping it stays level.
I know there's a group around here that are trying to protect all the buildings and
businesses?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all armed.
Hey, I already got some of my chats and they're already following you.
Nice, dude,
Oh,
that's dope.
Yeah, he had some bomb pictures.
Cool. Thanks for the sound check. Appreciate it. So we're going to be working our way with this crowd. We're going to stay to the back, make sure we're not filming faces as best we can. Yeah. Be sure to like CJTV. Yeah. Hey, guys. Thanks so much. Yeah. Also, you guys pop over, check out Mercado Media. It's my man right down here. Pound that like button, y'all. Let's try to get as many people watching as possible here. Make sure everyone knows what's happening right out here.
So a lot of cues from Portland. They got leaf blowers, shields, a lot of tips from Portland. It seems like.
Yeah, guys. I'm just the reason I talk about not filming faces, guys, is you don't want to put a camera in someone's face. We're just not the best. The worst thing you can do is agitate a crowd that's already agitated. So we're going to be here doing our thing. We're just having to be responsible about maintaining our own health and safety. So.
Right side so you can see.
Yep. I'll tell you the big flashpoint that I'm thinking might be.
police! Arrest the police! Arrest the police! Arrest the police!
Ready to watch?
Kill the police! Kill the fucking police! Kill them back! Kill them back for taking us! Kill the fucking police for taking us!
Hey, thank you, Rachel.
I'm Somali! I'm fucking Somali! Bitch!
Excuse me, slide past here.
Fuck all you niggas! We're not voting! We're rioting! We're not voting! We're rioting!
What?
Justice, no peace! We don't get it, shut it down! Till we get it, shut it down! We don't get it, shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
We still gonna kill you bitches! Fuck 12! All those motherfucking bastards!
I said what I said. And if you got anything to say with it, fuck you too.
Yeah, I might have to mask up. Talking to the news. Oh, they already bowed up. Oh, so the soldiers already disappeared.
There he is! Up in the corner!
He's up in the corner. Up in the corner.
Say hi to the pig! Fuck you too, bro! Fuck 12! Fuck 12! Go back in there! All you bastards are dying! Fucking pussies! Party in the USA!
Roll that tear gas. Fuck that ketchup on
So again, this is the Kenosha County Courthouse, y'all, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Day 3 of the rioting that's taking place after the shooting of the man earlier on 2-3 days ago in the back. So yeah, guys, if you're new to this, share the stream. If you've been with me, you already know what this is about. You know what I'm doing here. We're doing our best to get the coverage we can give you as it happens. Again, we're going to let everybody speak for themselves out here, tell their story as best they can. So that's what I'm all about, trying to convey, is let people tell their story. So. How you doing out here tonight? All right. You think this is going to be a flashpoint? Think it's going to go down again?
Hope not.
Right? I'm gonna hop down here, take a walk around a little bit. Man, I got this stupid cup on right now. Make sure I don't get shot in the bean bags. But man, it is far from comfortable. Just so everybody knows. I gotta find Andrew real quick so we can take a little bit of a walk. There he is. You want to walk down here to the end?
You want to go? Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay, cool. I kind of want to check out these dump trucks. Plus, there's too much all these media packs here. You got a drone. I know I keep pointing it out, but they got a. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. There's that drone right up in here. You know, running the aerial monitoring of the crowd. Man, this is exactly like Portland, guys. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. The exact. Not that I want to draw too much attention to things happening anywhere else, but even the structure. I mean, it's a military fence. They said, which is, like I said, the fence is on tour. So I'm gonna see if I can get a look at the line from a distance. So we're gonna pop up here for a second, take a look. So you do have some troops down here. This is the first time I've seen media out here, but this again, they're out here right now before. What? Not really. It's pretty much burned out. I'm standing kind of one of the only 30 spots. My guy. Hey, appreciate you, man. Oh, hey, I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you, 100%.
Did manage to run into media and CJTV.
There you go. You hand up.
No, man, I'm 32. I gotta.
You gotta take advantage of those young legs while you can. Careful, man. This is hella janky, yeah. So we'll be up here, man. I got a pretty good perch for you guys to see what's going down.
Be careful with this thing.
I'm just trying to stay away from those media packs, guys, because they do have a tendency to suck up the bandwidth, and it ends up jamming, not jamming signals, but it degrades our signal strength. And so
grab a seat and enjoy the show.
me? Yep. Yeah, my bag. I got, like I said, I brought saline and stuff too, so we'll be good. I'm kicking myself when I'm doing that.
I went to Menards, bro. They got them in packs, G.
Yeah. We tried to go into a bunch of places, but everyone's boarded up and shut down way early.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, it was game. I barely snuck in there, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, let me grab one real quick before y'all shut it down.
Yeah.
But there's nothing but just smoke, and I can't breathe this bullshit.
No.
What up, Ghost Rider? Because, come on, man. You got the chains and the skull. You should have known. If you were wearing all black, it's game time. Oh, Lord.
I'll tell you what we saw down in Portland, guys, is these fences right here, they can lift them up, and they use those for barricades against the building. So then they ended up welding the fence together in Portland. Then they put barricades on one side of the fence in Portland. And then they put barricades on both sides of the fence in Portland. Oh, shit. You need a hand up, bro? There he goes. For real.
I don't know what it is. I don't care. I don't want it.
You see how small group there is burning small American flags, throwing them over the fence. So Andrew right now are standing on top of one of the burnt out these line of dump trucks or of garbage trucks. You see here these all were systematically lit on fire between night 1 and night 2. The one we're standing on was actually the first one of the first ones to catch on fire.
This one burnt last night.
This was last night? Oh yeah, one in the middle was the first one. That's right. And then of course those fires were spread. There was another truck the one we showed you that burnt on that intersection there. There was another one that burnt on that intersection up there. There was another one down the street, down underneath the overpass over there, or the train. I guess that's still an overpass, right? That was lit on fire down there. And yeah. And then it just spread. And then the riot made its way down the main drag here. This is Sheridan right here, yeah? Right behind us? But
I don't know.
it's right in front of us. Yeah, Sheridan. Yeah, right. There's that street sign in front of us right there. Yeah, so this one says Sheridan and 56 is where we're standing right now. And the riot just made its way right down Sheridan, out the street, and just everything started burning.
Maybe we're stealing their live view backpack power this time.
I would hope. They keep following us. Yeah, we're good on picture, right, guys?
Oh, we got some tunes over there?
On the right, any music
Yeah, let them know, guys. Again, we're not carrying any rights to any of the music you might hear in the backgrounds, and all the music that you do hear are copyright free because they're remixes that someone made in the basement on a Casio demo. So, 100% safe to be used. Should you hear any music being used? There you go. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna show you guys, kind of just get an idea. The fence is down there. You got this truck that's burnt basically to the ground. 100% to the ground here, and then of course in the distance over here, it's the same thing. So, give you kind of a vantage point of where I'm standing, so you can kind of feel like, oh my goodness, scary moment right there for everybody. So we're not sure where or when the crowd is going to grow, but these things, that's exactly how it works. They grow. Oh shoot, man, this truck is rickety as heck. Yeah, Trent, you're right. Things out here are different. Don, we're doing okay. Appreciate you checking in. And again, guys, I'm going to ask you if you could just like and share the stream, and be a part of this as it happens. I think everyone needs to experience this to understand it, and then to better process it. I think that's the only way that as things go on, we'll be able to have any kind of closure when things hopefully return to some kind of normal state of being. There's our guy Lakota right there. Lakota, say hi. There he is. I've got one in my bag. I got an extra selfies. Yeah, for you here. Yeah, I got one for you. Actually, it's your OG.
Is it my one?
Yeah. Boom. This is us helping the fellow streamers out. This is the OG. This is the same one that I was using. We're all about supporting those streamers. All right. Yeah, they're going to knock that fence down here pretty quick. That fence is not standing up. I mean, eventually they'll figure it out. I'm not going to say how to do it because I'm not trying to plant seeds for how to make that happen. But once it's figured out, it's going to be pretty easy to happen. Oh, everyone's running. There it goes. I got to get my gas mask ready here. Again, this is going to be a push for the fence. Again, a fight over a fence. So I'm getting my gas mask out right now, guys. They're about to start pepper spraying people. Hey, Drew, you want me to told yours while you do yours? Yep. So now they're coming out. So it begins, y'all. Share the stream. This is exactly how it starts. The fence becomes a sacred standpoint, becomes a flashpoint, and then these guys come out. They're going to stand out here and endure rocks and bottles, and it's just a matter of how long they're going to take it. Now, these guys don't have tear gas, but every single one of them is carrying a can of spray. So they're probably just going to start hosing through the fence. I'm just holding Andrew's stream for a minute here while he gets his gas mask on, then I'm going to throw mine on. Yeah, they're still piling out. So you have the National Guard here. You have sheriffs. I see State Patrol. And it's just water bottles right now, but there's the bottles, there's some bricks. Oh, they're shooting from the roof. Hey, Drew, you want to hold mine real quick? Hey, watch that border. It's not go off. All right, sorry guys, I had to get my mask on there. You heard him shooting impact rounds from the roof as well. I'm gonna drop my mask here for now. So some of the crowd have lobbed smoke. You see some fires being lit down in front of the fence down there. And if you guys have HD or you're watching this on a big screen, I'm sure you're seeing it better than what I'm seeing it through my screen, but hopefully you can see it as I'm seeing it in real life out here. Yeah, no, this is not an electric fence. Now, I'm not seeing tear gas, but you are seeing pepper spray. All these guys are holding pepper spray here. And there goes a mortar shell right there. Oh, smoke. They keep throwing me off. you know what's interesting about that is that's one of the tactics that the federal agents were using and a lot of the state patrol agents were using in Portland. Was they would pop so much tear gas, then they would flash it out with regular smoke when they were getting ready to pull out, and everybody would just assume it was tear gas and then retreat. And there's all these little push-pull tactics that you're going to see if this escalates the way that we've seen it happen in Portland and in Seattle. But yeah, they have plenty of cameras on the roof, and they've got shooters on the roof already. And they're pulling out, it looks like, the LRAD. So what they have as well, oh, there we go. Yeah, it's an LRAD they just pulled out. That's that long-range acoustic device. And they're going to walk up and down the fence. Oh, there's more mortars. I got to put my glasses on, y'all. And my gas mask.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
All right, hey, they're going to start gassing people. Hey, Drew, they're getting ready to start gassing up. They're going to put their masks on right now. So if you guys got gas masks, you want to put them on.
You can see they're starting to put their gas masks on, which means tear gas is up to come out.
I'm not sure what the purpose was, but except for to keep people from getting close to the courthouse.
So they back people up. There's going to be, like I said, a lot of push and pull here. They're going to push forward with some kind of less lethals. The crowd will pull back, and they're going to push forward. They might drop back a little, but it's going to be back and forth over this fence. And it'll probably go all night, if it's anything like what we've seen before.
Gas.
Look at Lakota rocking the stick.
What's up?
You're rocking the OG stick. Andrew and I both started with that same one.
So it accidentally hit the button and it kind of cut the feed off, but we're back.
There he goes.
Running. I don't know if you guys can see, but what's going on is that they're doing it in shifts. They have officers that are putting on their gas masks and they're stepping up, and then the other officers are stepping back. Always doing, I'm always going to try and be safe. Really wish I had more time to go and get a gas mask. Kind of created some space between themselves and the barrier.
Do you hear that pop sound? That pop sound is the pepper bullets being shot.
I don't know if it's
The leaf blowers are out here, guys. They're in the back of the crowd. They're waiting to come out until the tear gas is popped. Then you're going to start hearing that ye old classic sound of leaf blowers in the distance. I don't see any leaf blowers on this side, but all these guys are starting to gas up. They're masking up.
Behind me, you can hear them saying they have medical behind, off in the distance here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take his mask off until they actually pop smoke, or until they actually pop the gas. And hey, if for any reason the feed gets a little bit, the view goes a little cockeyed for a minute while the gas is coming through, I don't really have. I mean, it's hard to have coverage on the eyes and mouth at the same time while I'm trying to do that. Basically, I have to kind of just shut my eyes when tear gas comes through, so that it doesn't really blind me, so I can't walk. And I'm up on top of this, so you guys can see here. Up on top of this dump truck. So all right, there's the LRAD. Go ahead and share the stream, you guys. I mean, if you have groups of people that you know that should see this, even if you just want to have the world understand what's happening right here in Kenosha, as it happens in Kenosha, share the stream.
Thank you for the feedback. I would probably do that. I don't know if anybody else knows what this is.
The crowd's growing though, and I'll say this: that is how this typically works. All up in the back, people are slowly starting to gather up, group up, and you're gonna see these people up in the front here. They're gonna keep pushing the line. These guys are gonna get a lot more agitated. Things are gonna start getting escalated once. I mean, they've already they've been masked up. And what's wild, the difference real fast that I can tell you, the protest power, I'll say, or the protest presence in Portland is wild. I mean, you see a lot of shiny heads, I call it, because everyone's got helmets. Everybody's got gas masks. Everybody is fully covered up. But they've been doing it down there in Portland for almost 90 days. There you go. Impact rounds are going to be coming out. There they go. You see that? Those are those sandbags. Also, yeah. And then here comes the pepper balls.
I just kind of want to have a set stone.
You're hearing shots coming from the roof as well. Basically, anybody that's close enough, they're going to single out from the crowd, and they're going to just do exactly that. Rush out. We've got gaps in the fence right here where they can fit a gun through, and they're able to get through that, or they just shoot at the fence.
The thing is, when they shoot at this fence, those pepper balls hit the fence and they explode. They discharge pepper powder for about 3 yards, about 9 feet in every direction, and it basically they explodes on the fence and just blows itself. Oh, they're trying to pull in the Bearcat back here. Can't tell. It sounds like they're shooting from the roof right now. Yeah, there they go.
We're asking you to voluntarily comply with that and leave the area. Again, Kenosha County has declared a state of emergency. Clear the area and return to your residences. We appreciate your cooperation and your voluntary compliance.
They're shooting at this guy throwing water bottles. Someone's lighting an American flag on fire right there. And the guy's just nonchalantly hand on hip. You see,
We're asking you to please clear the area and return to your residences. Kenosha County has declared a state of emergency.
you can hear it coming from up top there. Again,
7 a.m.
they're shooting those less lethals. Those squids I showed you guys yesterday, they're impact rounds, sandbags, or they're impact batons. Those sound a little bit bigger and heavier. Those are like a 50 millimeter, if I think right. Unfortunately, I do not have earplugs right now, so that LRAD is super loud when it comes this way.
This is Kenosha law enforcement. Kenosha County is in certain states of emergency. We're asking you to please voluntarily comply for your residents. We do not want to see anyone injured. We'd like to cooperate with us. Please voluntarily comply. We'd appreciate it.
How are you, Ben?
Thank you for your cooperation.
We stay right where we're at. We have almost an obligation as press to stay where we're at.
Gotcha. As you guys heard, I'm learning on the job as we go.
That's a job. Black and blue is a job. You know that.
Additionally, now by not following my directions, is also resisting and obstructing. We're asking you to please leave the area at this time. Not only to comply with the curfew, but with the legal law order that has been issued. This is unlawful assembly. We're asking you to please clear the area.
They're saying it behind me here.
Appreciate your cooperation.
You're a lot friendlier than you usually hear from most of these guys. They come in pretty heavy. And you can see the front windshield of that vehicle is smashed up pretty good. It got hit by several bricks last night and the night before.
So what we got? So
but
I don't want to get into.
no, you're good. You're good, boss. You're good. But again, it's a small tank. That thing can handle a beating. Above us, right here, directly, is the drone right here. If you can't see that.
As stated, Kenosha County has declared a state of emergency.
They're saying it's declared a state of emergency. If you guys saw on the announcement that I put out.
By congregating here in the area, you're resulting in the crime of unlawful assembly. By having a lawful command by law officer, we're also instructing and assisting an officer. We're asking for your cooperation. We're asking for you to voluntarily comply.
Actually, good
Please
call.
clear the area. Thank you for your cooperation. Please head home. Get home safely.
They're saying get home safe. You know, do what you can to get out of this area. If last night was any indication as to how bad it can get, I mean, it's a valid warning.
Go for a Bearcat.
So they get hit by water bottles. That thing can take a lot more than just you hear it from the top. And if you got glasses, you might want to put those on, man. There's impact rounds coming from the roof.
Hey, CJ, I'm getting reports that they're having some difficulty seeing your screen.
That's because we've got all these media guys around me right now.
We're going to ask you to please not throw anything in the vehicle, not destroy more property. We got your community. We ask that you please disperse and go home, apply the curfew. This is an unlawful assembly. Please continue to clear the area. Please not destroy more property. We're asking for you to comply. This is a legal lawful order. Please comply. Thank you for your cooperation.
Little, whoa. There it goes.
Stay away from our vehicle, please. We're asking you to clear the area, not get closer to the vehicle. The commands are quite simple and fair. We're asking you to follow the curfew and go home. It is an unlawful assembly. We're asking you to please clear the area and comply with the constitutional statute as developed by your political leaders.
what is a little concerning is that it does appear that some people are attacking the Bearcat and then sticking around where press is or media.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn around real quick to the crowd. I want to see where we're at with that crowd.
If these guys pulled in, they're going to be getting a little nervous, I would imagine, about the crowd grounding up behind them. But much like you see down in Portland, there's a lot of press.
For those of you people that are very close to the walls and the fence line, we're going to ask you to move back. We don't want anything thrown at our officers. We don't want them injured. We don't want the building destroyed.
The question is this Fed, National Guard, or local police? This is National Guard, sheriffs, and the State Patrol is involved. I think they might be down on the other end in that group down there, or they might be being deployed to other parts of the city.
Kenosha County has enacted an emergency curfew. It applies to everybody that's here. We're asking you at 7 p.m. that you please return to your residences. You clear the parks, clear the streets. We're looking for your voluntary compliance. Continued resistance against this compliance results in a misdemeanor crime of illegal assembly. Any legal law orders that are giving you
There are bottles breaking all around us right now.
instructing an officer. We're asking you to comply and simply go home. We're asking you not to destroy your community. We're asking you not to burn anything. We're not asking you to injure anyone. We're looking to resolve this peacefully. We're asking you to go home. Please comply with our command. We would appreciate it. Thanks for your cooperation.
It is hard to take that. We would appreciate it.
We know you're conscious and don't want to hurt anyone intentionally.
We know you're conscious and we don't want to hurt anybody intentionally, is what he's saying. I hope you guys are hearing what he's saying behind me. That is the nicest LRAD I have ever heard, ever. Like, and they say that, and then they have to pop the top and start shooting at people with those pepper balls. Oh, here comes the pepper spray.
That's it. That stuff sucks to suck into.
Kenosha County has declared an emergency curfew. We're asking you please to go home. The curfew runs from 7 p.m. this evening until 7
There are quite a few people that have gathered up behind me. And you got your shield line starting out here. Right there, you guys see it.
Leave the area. By resisting, by simply not leaving, you're obstructing. It is also a crime. We do not wish to have any further damage to this community or anyone injured in any way, shape, or form. We are asking you to please go home.
Yeah, hey, to everyone that's viewing right now, thank you so much for being on here with me. Let's keep sharing that stream. Let's try to get it to 40,000. Again, you guys, the more people that see this, the more reality we're going to bring to the story that happens here. This is happening right now. Again, you guys, this is what I'm out here for, to make sure you can see it as it happens. And if you need to process through this, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and... Hey, man, it's just... Anyway, I'm going to shut up. The roof is where they've got these... They're taking pot shots from up there with impact rounds and with those pepper balls.
guys. So if you guys do lose me, make sure that you're tuning into CJTV or Mercado Media. So if you lose me, I'll be back right away.
We're asking that you not throw things over the fence line, like tank top. Please record everything he does.
What? You guys.
ID him. Set on an arrest team. Take the male black or white tank top from G. He's moving to the park right now.
And they're saying they're going to issue an arrest team for one individual. I mean, it's safe to say they're not coming out after anybody.
We're asking you that no longer try to harm anyone, either us, anyone in the crowd, or any building. Please don't destroy your community.
Yeah, the crowd is growing, guys, in the background here. This is just ramping up to get much worse. People are becoming more approach to the fence. Again, it's a freaking fence, guys. You can hear things. I mean, right here, you're seeing it in front of me here. These guys are getting shot at by the sheriff's department right here, and from whoever's on the roof taking shots.